Oh, I got to tell you some shit that made me feel fucking, really fucking old as shit. So I'm in New York, and what did I forget? I forgot what I was packing, and I just forgot something. I was like, you got to be shitting me. So I went out to go buy some goddamn thermals, right? You know, the fucking waffle stitch thing, right? So I'm like, I know, I'll just go over to the Foot Locker. They always have them there, right? Go over to Foot Locker. I didn't get to Foot Locker. I saw another workout place that had all this warm shit for jogging and all this stuff. So I came in, I said, hey, you sell any thermals here? And this kid's looking at me like, doesn't really know what I'm talking about. I'm like, you know, like the classic thermals? He's like, you mean like the waffle print? I was like, yeah. Waffle stitched or whatever they said. They said, yeah. He's like, no, we don't sell those. Everything that these people sell nowadays with that shit, they talk about wicking moisture away from your body. So I'm like, all right. So I go, all right, that's cool. No worries. I'll go over to the Foot Locker. And he's like, I don't think they're going to have them there. So I was like, all right. So I just looked up. It said they'd have them down at Macy's. Or they'd have them over at this Nordstrom's. So I go, all right, I'll go to the fucking Nordstrom's. So I go down to the Nordstrom's. And I come walking in there. And I say to the guy, you got some thermals? He's like, this is the woman's place. You know, you got to go across the street. So I'm like, all right. So I go across the street. And I'm like, yeah, hey, do you got, I walk in and they got cookies in the clothing store. Like this place, Milk, that's out here in L.A. They make cookies. For some reason, they have a little station there. I don't know why you'd go in to buy a shirt and you want fucking cookies. It made no sense to me, right? So I go downstairs and I'm talking to this dude who's dressed like a woman and has a beard and a mask on. And I'm describing him what a thermal is. I never felt so old in my fucking life. He's looking at me like I got 3 fucking heads, right? And he goes, you mean like Long Johns? And by the way, they all talk like this. I'm not saying it. Everybody I talk to talk like that. You mean like Long Johns? I'm like, Jesus Christ, I don't want like a fucking trap door to take a shit in an outhouse. I just want like a thermal. He's like, yeah, we don't have those. And I wanted to be like, yeah, well, your fucking website said you did. I swear to God, if I was a fucking dictator and you Google something and this fucking store says that they have it and they show up and they don't fucking have it because they think that you're just going to go in there and just resign yourself to buy something there because their fucking website nerd just sucked me in with whatever my shirt search was. So I'm fucking pissed. It's like, I don't give a fuck about your wicking away moisture horse shit. I'm fucking walking. So I go to walk out of there. And all of a sudden the cookie made sense to me. Like, at least I can get something here. I'll get a cookie. I like those cookies they have at Milk. I'm going to get one of these things. So I go over and I'm looking at the cookie names. I'm so fucking old. I don't recognize any of the flavor. They didn't have a peanut butter cookie. They didn't have a chocolate chip cookie. They didn't none of that shit. So I say to the lady behind the counter, I go, I want to get a cookie. I don't recognize any of these. I go, which one's the most popular? I go, I know it's not the gluten one. She goes, no, that one tastes like ass. And I go, all right, which one's the most popular? And she pointed at one. I go, okay, what's in that one? She goes, it's like crunched up pretzels and potato chips. And I said, all right, forget it. Thank you. And I left. All right. It's like, I get it. I didn't get the first 20 times when I was asking for a fucking thermal that everybody wore up until I don't know what year. And now nobody has worn one for so fucking long that I went to 3 different fucking department stores and I had to describe it for a full 15 fucking seconds before people even remotely knew what I was talking about. As if I didn't feel that fucking old. Now I don't even recognize the name. There's another dictator thing. Okay? No salt in desserts. I don't understand that. Like, if I want salt, I'll eat chips. If I want a sugar rush, I'll eat something sugary. And they like level each other out. And I just don't feel a rush. It's like I'm going up, I'm coming back down. Here we go. So, I don't know. Can an old, bald, orange man just get a fucking thermal? I bet Macy's had them. I just didn't want to go in there. They got like fucking 9,000 fucking floors. You know? And as you go up in that place, have you ever been in that Macy's, the one where Bullwinkle and all those guys go by on Thanksgiving, right? Santa Claus and all them, Macy Day Parade. You go up the escalator, and the escalators, they just keep getting skinnier and skinnier and older and older. It gets like claustrophobic. You know? I wonder if the top floors are for people with like eating disorders. They keep all like the ultra. My goal. What is my dieting goal? My dieting goal is that I can shop at the top floor of the Macy's on 34th Street, Herald Square. I'm going to somehow get my hips between that last escalator on the way up, which is really just like a zip line. At that point, if you're like bulimic, they just hang you over like a fucking shirt drying and you send you up. Oh, Jesus, Bill. Sorry. I swear to God, if I can't lose this fucking weight, I'm going to start trying it. I'm going to start puking. You know, I never understood chewing and spitting. Like the discipline of that. It's like right there. I get chewing and then puking it up afterwards. You know? The fuck am I? I got to start having guests on this shit. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about anymore.